And tell me what kind of obstacles do you feel? We'll jump right in here. Do you feel you've overcome already, that you've put some work into? Because I know you guys are insightful. I know you're therapy oriented and advocates for therapy, which is great. What obstacles do you feel you've been through so far that you've overcome?
I would say so, obviously, like marriage is not perfect. You have good seasons, you have
Mhm.
like, you know, bad seasons. And you just have to work through it. And I feel like
Yes.
we both, we're not perfect. So I
Mhm.
have issues I have to work on in like individual
Mhm.
and as like a couple. So I feel like I had to work on my communication.
Mhm.
I I think like it's not that I didn't communicate good with my husband. I just think I was not a great communicator, and and
Mhm.
he actually was like, that's something you have to work on, and I'm like, you're right. So
Mhm.
I am really big on therapy, and I brought that up in therapy because it was affecting like our relationship. So then I brought it up to my therapist and I was like, I shut down. I
Mhm.
like confrontation. So
Yeah.
when we have hard conversations and sometimes I just want to like not talk about it, but we have to
Mhm.
talk about it. So
Mhm.
I think that was my biggest thing I had to really work on.
Yeah.
And that stems down also it to childhood. And that's what my
Absolutely.
therapist was saying. So that's what we have to do inner work on ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. You have to have two healthy people, and most of us don't come into it like that. And you're making a really important point that we all come in with communication patterns, and most of us have some kind of trauma from childhood, and how we saw a marriage and how we saw our parents relating. That's what we bring in. So you've gotten very aware, Leonella, of, you tend to be a shutter downer, a kind of a silent, go silent, wall
She's
off
the
kind of
she's the definition of radio silence.
thing. Yeah, which is frustrating. Yeah, but it's very
Not
frustrating and it's very
complete silence.
powerful.
It's not
Yeah.
like complete silence that I do that, but we get into the hard conversation and then I just shut down. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, I need some time. And then sometimes I wouldn't even go back to that conversation
Yeah.
because I'd rather avoid it. But